Hey YouTube, it's Savannah come back at you with another video. I am just going to do my 2-month update on my pregnancy. Today I am currently 8 weeks pregnant. I wanted to do a kind of like a video diary of my pregnancy, prolonging my cravings, what I was going through, yada yada yada. And also, whenever my kid gets older, I will show these to them. That way they can know. I did try and keep as much of an update as possible on them so that they can see how they were grown, how big they got, how big I got with them, that sort of thing. So I did not do a 1-month update. Technically, you cannot do a 1-month update when you are only 4 weeks pregnant. You can barely see anything at 4 weeks. I did not get to go to the doctor until last week, and I did get my first ultrasounds. If this is either my son or my daughter that's going to watch this, we have picked out baby names for either our daughter and our son. The boy is going to be Aiden James Kemper, and our daughter will be Hazel and Danelda Kemper. Your father is Zachary Paul Kemper, and I am your mother, Savannah Skylar Kemper. This is you at 2 months. There you are inside me right now. You are approximately 8 weeks long. You are growing very, very fast. You are 1.56 centimeters. You are getting bigger every single week. I just wanted to put that out there. This is my second pregnancy. My first pregnancy I had with my husband. We end up losing it at 6 weeks and 2 days. And I'm sorry, my hair just looks completely terrible. We did end up losing our first child at 6 weeks and 2 days, and it was almost a little too late to do pretty much anything. We would have done everything in our possible power if we would have known what was going on the last time. But now we have a fully developing little baby who keeps growing twice its size every single week. I do not have on hand my pictures from my last ultrasound that I had last week. The baby's grandparents have them, and so as soon as I get those pictures, I will do a 7-week update. I'm going to typically try and do a update every other week, if not every month, so that I can keep these video diaries and show them what I craved with them, how much weight I've gained, and all that other good stuff. When I found out I was pregnant with my kid, whether or not this is Aiden or this is Hazel that will be watching this, when I found out when I was pregnant with you guys, with either one, whether this is a boy or girl, I won't know for another 2 months, and I'm really, really excited about it. I found out how I was pregnant, just like the last time. I could not eat red meat, steak, ground beef, any sort of brisket or anything like that. It just completely turned my stomach. Hamburgers turned my stomach. I completely went vegetarian for about a week or two until it passed. Here recently I've been more cravings on like hot dogs and stuff like that. Like, it is red meat, but it's not like, I don't know how to describe it. It's more like from a pig, so it's more like pork than it is a cow. So typically it's a poultry, I guess you'd say. I don't know. But I was able to eat just about anything and everything. Now I'm able to eat a lot. I am 1 month further along than I found out when I was pregnant. I was 4 weeks and 2 days when I was pregnant, when I first found out. 8 weeks and 1 day right now. They count that as, or just 8 weeks on the dot. I'm not sure how they really calculate that, but you are growing very, very, very fast. Heartbeat of 179 beats per minute. You have a very fast heartbeat, which is exactly what the doctors want, is a heartbeat that's growing nonstop, beating faster every time. Your father is very excited to meet you. He wants to be the daddy that he knows he has inside of him, and I cannot wait to be that loving mother that gives you everything she possibly can and more. Your grandparents cannot wait to meet you. They are very, very excited. Their first grandbaby. Since your dad is typically older than his brother, your uncle, by 7 years. Right now, your uncle is 20 years old. He's the same as your mom, but I'm 3 months older. So, yay, we get to be older. No. My friend Morgan right now is 6 weeks pregnant. She is going to have a baby that's 2 weeks younger than you. So you get to be older, like mama is, and like daddy is. What is it? Grandma and grandpa are very excited. You have grandparents on my side too. My mom is your grandmother, or whatever you prefer to call her whenever you were born. That is totally your decision. You also have a grandpa as well. His name is Jacob, and your grandma is Tessa. You have a little aunt, and she right now is only 3 years old. Her name is Bonnie. She is your mama's little sister. Very, very little sister. What else is it? I have tremendously gained some weight with you. Let's see. When I was first found out I was pregnant, I weighed about 237. And now I last weighed in at 242. So I gained about 5 pounds with you. Just in this first part, and that just could be because I was craving a lot of food with you. You made me want to start eating, like, the weirdest craving I've had so far, which I haven't typically had that many weird cravings. The only thing your father thought was really disgusting that I wanted to eat, and I did kind of eat some, was pickle juice and potato chips. He just doesn't know what he's missing. He doesn't like a lot of things. So if you come out not liking tomatoes and onions, you did get that from your father, because your mother loves both of those things. Let's see. Your grandmother's name is Kathleen Ann Kemper. That's where I get your, hopefully, we have your sister first, or we have her sister first. I want a boy first. So if this is Aiden that's born first, then this is exactly what Mommy and Daddy had planned. We do want our son to be born first, because we already have a feeling it is going to be a boy. I have a very strong feeling I'm going to be carrying a little boy. You are not very big right now in my stomach. This is mainly Mama right here. You may be this much of my weight, that tiny bit. You're not really showing right now. You will grow up and over into my stomach the further and further you get. You are probably right at this size right here. Like a tiny kidney bean is what you are. Your heart is beating obviously really fast. Me and your father sat in the doctor's office in our room with our doctor, and when I had to have a vaginal ultrasound because we could not see you, but we could see you, but not very, very much because I had to have a full bladder in order to see you. So they went in with did a vaginal ultrasound with you, and as soon as she put that in, we could see you perfect. Like, you were there. Your father wanted to cry when he saw you. He's just very, very, very happy because we had a pregnancy. Either it was going to be with either you or your sister, because I believe that when a baby is not fully developed, it will have the same soul the next pregnancy. Our first pregnancy, we had a miscarriage, and like I said, we lost it in about 6 weeks and 2 days, and this pregnancy has made your father feel like a very happy man. He's more of an adult feeling now. He acts more like an adult. He's thinking and putting you first in everything. So if we're eating anything that's spicy, he tells me no because the baby will not like it. Your father has put you first since we found out and we saw the first ultrasound. Because whenever you don't have an ultrasound, you do not know what is going on in your body. Yeah. As soon as I can get a picture of your ultrasound, the first one I got with you last week, I will probably try and insert that in this video when I start editing the video. But in fact, your grandmother has them, so I'll have to get them back from her sometime soon. We have decided that we are going to take all kinds of classes and stuff. My first pregnancy, what is it? My first ultrasound on my first pregnancy. My first ultrasound I had with you was at a place called Hope Pregnancy Center. When you do come home from the hospital, this is our room, and your room is right through those doors. Your soon-to-be little animals. We have 3 guinea pigs and a bunny, and your mom and dad have some fish. So you got some very welcoming additions in the family, other than just your father and I, that you get to come home to whenever you get out of the hospital. By the time you get out of the hospital, everything should be set in stone. Your room will be made up. Everything will be perfect. We will make sure of that. And we are going to keep the aquarium and a desk in your room. In case Mama has to get a job at home, she will stay upstairs with you while you're sleeping. If you get hungry, I'm going to be breastfeeding you. So, you will be getting babied big time, and Mommy and you are not very too far away from each other. We will be probably staying with Grandma every once in a while. I will be trying to get a maternity leave for at least a month with you off as much as possible. My job right now is very, very stressful and very hard to do. We've had a couple people walking out on us, so we don't know what's gonna happen, but I will take off for at least a month to spend time with you, and then you will be staying with your grandma and your dad whenever he has days off on his job, and staying with Grandma for most of the day. That way Mommy and Daddy can go back to work, and we can make our bills and get you what you need, and just doing what we can as best as we can and as efficiently as we can. Me and your father look forward to being great parents to you. We're going to give you more than what we had growing up. Whenever I was growing up, I got told that I got everything I wanted and some. I don't know how true that was because I didn't know anything. I just knew what people told me. Like your aunt Misi told me. You will get to meet her, and she's gonna love you like there is no other, because she loved your mama whenever she was growing up, and she loved me so much while I was growing up. I just really wish you could have met your great grandma. It was my Nana. She was a wonderful lady. Wonderful, 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 wonderful woman. Wonderful woman. She passed away when I was about 8 years old, I believe. Yeah, I was about 8, almost 8, if not already 8, back in 2004. Your mother is not very old either. I'm sorry, my nose is stopping up. Ever since I got pregnant with you, my nose has been clogging up constantly. I'm having heartburns every minute, but as soon as I see your beautiful little face whenever you come out, I will know all that was just worth the while. All worth every bit of it. We are going to, just to let you know, we are going to be taking some of these little classes. It's mommy and daddy classes, grandpa classes. We're going to be taking some birthing classes with you, breastfeeding classes with you, all kinds of stuff. Your father's going to go, we're going to make sure he goes to this Connecting Fathers thing. It says 1 evening session designed especially for expectant dads or new dads with babies up to 1 year. The dad will be acquainted with his role during pregnancy, delivery, fatherhood, and how to connect with his child, and common father-related challenges. After delivery, dad can return with the new baby, and mom gets a night off. Oh, that's going to be exciting, because I don't think I will ever have a day off. I literally feel like you're going to be either a mommy's girl or a baby, or a boy, a mommy's boy. I literally feel like you'll be one, like, closer to me than your father, but he probably disagrees with that one 100%. Let's see what else I could talk to you about. Let's see. I don't know. What I do know is I'll let you know that we already have most of the stuff that we're getting right now for you. You are not due until March 12th of next year. I love the fact that you're born on the 12th, because that is when my birthday is December 12th. So, I feel like you're more of me than you are your dad, so I'm kind of happy. But you do share a birth month with your uncle, your father's brother. He can't wait to meet you either. He's something, I'll just say that. Let's see. We're gonna do as much as we possibly can to prep for you. We have your car seat already. We've got your crib ready. We've got 2 outfits of clothes right now. We've got your bottles. We've got your breastfeeding bottles. We've got as much as possible right now. We've got your, like, a little bib. We've got your a throw up rag, a cough up rag, or whatever, spit up rag, whatever everyone's call it. Let's see. I don't know what else. I don't know. Only thing I do know is your mommy, your daddy is actually going to have some, they call it something else, but he's going to have maternity leave as well, through his job. I completely forgot to mention that. He's going to get as much time off as he possibly can, but he gets paid for it, so hoo-hoo for him. But we're going to do our best to make sure we have everything prepared for you. We've got most of the stuff prepared for you. It's just we are waiting until we're at least 12 weeks pregnant, 13 weeks pregnant with you, to make sure that everything will be going smoothly. So far, you're doing okay. You're growing. Let's see. I have not drank, I have not smoked, I have not vaped when I found out I was pregnant with you. I stopped vaping as soon as I found out I was pregnant. It didn't hurt you whatsoever. You were growing just perfectly. I don't know. It's very, very hard for me to hold back tears because I'm so excited right now that I have you in my stomach right now. Your little heart was just beating like really, really fast, and it's probably like microscopically tiny like that. Very, very small, very tiny heart. Your father got to go to this appointment, and I'm happy he did, because he was complaining that he wouldn't be able to because he was too tired, but I got him to. So he's happy that he went to see your heartbeat. So I will do another update on you next week, probably, if not next month. I don't know when we're going to have another ultrasound with you. We haven't really discussed that with the doctor, so, just to let you know, I love you. You're my child, and you will always be the center of my world. I will always, always, always be here for you. My whole world revolves around you right now. Your father feels the exact same way. Me and your father are married. Just to let you know, we did pretty much plan you. We were wanting a baby so badly, so badly, and then we had that miscarriage. And then when I found I was pregnant with you, it just completely turned the whole world around. We started seeing things from different perspectives, seeing it from a more adult-like perspective. We're just really, really happy to have you as an addition in our little family, and you'll be able to keep the Kemper family name alive, because it's exactly what your grandpa wants. And also, whenever I found out I was pregnant with you, your great-grandpa, your daddy's grandpa, passed away. He was a very good man. He was just a very confusing man, let's just say. So if you're like that, you're just like your father and your grandpa. It's the Kempers. So it's the Kemperman, as me and your grandma say. So just want to let you know you're growing great. You're doing good. I'll just check back with you next week. Love you.